From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Tonight, we're on to week 2 in the NFL season as we've got a good one here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. A 6-year man, Austin Ekeler, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Well, we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He finds his target, Allen. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down. Herbert will give this one to Ekeler. He's got it to the 43 here. This defense for the Chiefs, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On 2nd and 7, Herbert throwing the out route, and he's got Ekeler. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Here's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 22-yard line. The Chargers' passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, but sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
It'll only be a gain of a yard. It sets up a 4-down 4. We talked about the former specifically linebackers keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
Eckler. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Now they bring the tight end in motion right. Eckler again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
This is not been a fun sequence for him at all. First and goal, no gain, second and goal. He ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball third time, but it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
Now Herbert, third and goal. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on fourth and goal. Here's Josh Lambo now for the Charger field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. The kick by Lambo is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambo to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's the rookie out of Rutgers, Isaiah Pacheco. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. On play action, it's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
after the incompletion. Here now, 3rd and 2. Working from the gun, Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. On the move past the 40. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Out to his left. That went into the hands of Tony downfield. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 33 yards that time.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The Chiefs at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Chargers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
The Charger drive about to get going. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. 39 yards there. A big one.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give. Eckler running to the right. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. There for the tackle was Trent McDuffie.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
From just shy of midfield, Herbert. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of the first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Herbert. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the side. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. They'll send Williams in motion right. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
I don't don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man downfield, that's Smith-Schuster. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 15.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
And he'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Slot man moves right. And the slot man goes in motion left. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, from what we've seen thus far, this is not a formula for winning football. When you have more turnovers than points scored, that's a tough way to try and win a game.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with great starting field position, one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, this secondary just continues to be a force. Multiple interceptions in this game, and now the pick 6.
And the thing about it is once you get an interception as a unit, you think to yourself, okay, we got that. How do we increase it the next time? Get the interception, do a little more damage, and there's your outcome right there. Take it to the house and break down what they're trying to do offensively.
And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick 6. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here first and 10. Now Mahomes. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So we have reached halftime. Intermission with the visiting Chargers on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
Hey, 15. Hey, rip left.
Right back to him on first down. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
It was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is first and 10 right now.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try to chip away at his timing.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Yellow! Hey, 57 colors, 57 colors. Hey, Ridley.
Mahomes throwing on fourth. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And they had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting...
He's got a man, complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen.
And the Chargers are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Touchdown! Deshaun Jackson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. Mahomes now on first down. Dump down to McKinnon.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He finds McKinnon, complete. And able to use the stiff arm to gain leverage initially, but not much room thereafter. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Here's the Chiefs punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A big kick, 50 yards that time, with a return of 4. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you wouldn't.
He's got a man, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 36 yards on the play.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
This is a counter play. Eckler. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. It's Eckler again, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Herbert. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Yellow, yellow. Hey, color. 15. Hey, 15.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And
incomplete on the deep ball. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter? Right. It really doesn't. And they had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Jalen Watson dropped him defensively.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Once more, here's Eckler. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Leo Chanel.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Yellow, yellow. Hey, 57, 57.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes, a dump down to McKinnon.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. It's Kelsey on the ground.
And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and that'll make it 2nd down. Eckler now between the tackles, and he'll get this one up to about his 14. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And this one is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Here's Hardman to return.
That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes, room here to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Rolling to his left, going for it all. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 15. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. The Charger drive about to get going. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They're going to pass here with Herbert. Trent McDuffie in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Hardman on the return.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know what he thinks going on out there, CD.
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Now here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Locates Hardman for another catch. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes buying time to his left. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Mahomes. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Hey, 43, 15. Easy. Hey, 43. Yellow.
Mahomes to throw once more. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. This one winding toward a conclusion. And how would you assess how the secondary has played?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid. Really, the whole defense has been solid. Still pitching a shutout. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Chargers, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.